Let me take you back to 2016. It's summer, it's hot, and the Olympics are happening in Brazil. And not just anywhere in Brazil. We're talking about Rio de Janeiro. Beaches, music, dancing, crime, a little bit of everything. Now, this is where our guy Ryan comes in. Ryan is 32 years old at the time. He's not just any swimmer. This dude is a big deal, like posters on the wall type of deal. He's got 5 Olympic gold medals. 5. People look up to him, parents brag about him, and brands throw money at him. He's one of those athletes people recognize without even watching sports. But even heroes can mess up. And when Ryan messes up, oh boy, he goes big after one of his races, which, of course, he wins because he's Ryan freaking Lochte. He's feeling on top of the world. He's high on victory, adrenaline, and probably a bit too much ego. So he's like, yo, let's celebrate. He hits up a few of his swimming buddies. These guys are also Olympic swimmers, not as famous as him. But still, they've got the 6 packs of medals to prove they're no joke. So they head to this party. It's loud, it's packed, and it's full of athletes from all over the world. Imagine a house party where everyone's body fat is like 3%, and everyone can run a mile in under 5 minutes. That kind of vibe. There's drinking. Lots of it. Music's blasting. People are dancing like the world just ended, and this is the after party. Hours go by, and suddenly it's 5 a.m. Yeah, these dudes have been partying all night long. They're drunk. Like, really drunk. So now it's time to head back to the Olympic Village, where all the athletes stay. They are staying in a secure place with gates, IDs, and probably a lot of protein shakes. Ryan and his 3 buddies, let's call them Bro 1, Bro 2, and Bro 3, flag down a taxi. They hop in, all laughing and shouting and probably sweating alcohol. And somewhere on the way back, the taxi driver stops at a gas station to get gas. Whatever the reason, they get out and head to the restroom. And here's where things start to go downhill. Fast. So Ryan and the 3 bros get out of the taxi at this random gas station in Rio. It's 5 a.m., they are drunk, and it's safe to say that common sense has completely left the chat. Now, to be clear, this is not some fancy, well-lit American gas station with snacks and mood lighting. It's in a city where crime is real, the rules are different, and people don't play around. But Ryan and the crew, they don't care. They are Olympic champs. They just want to use a bathroom and go back to the village. So they walk into the bathroom, and at first, everything seems normal. But then, something switches. Maybe it's the alcohol. Maybe it's the Olympic ego. Maybe they thought they were on a hidden camera show. But for some reason, and no one to this day really understands why, they start trashing plays. Yeah, grown men, Olympic athletes, destroying a gas station bathroom like frat boys on spring break. One of them kicks the door. Like Karate Kick level nonsense. The door slams, cracks, and now it doesn't even close right. Then someone else, probably Ryan, rips the soap dispenser off the wall. Just snatches it like it owed him money. It flies across the room and hits the sink. Then another guy grabs a mirror and, boom, shatters it. Now there's glass everywhere. They're laughing. They're yelling. They think it's hilarious. Oh, and they also rip a do not enter sign off the wall like it's a souvenir from a concert. Like, why? Who knows? Maybe they wanted to remember the night they acted like toddlers in a Taco Bell. And if that's not enough, Ryan, the golden boy, the legend, walks outside the building and pees on the wall. Yep, right there, in public, while it's still dark and the city is waking up. It's gross, it's weird, and it's 100% caught on camera. There's actual security footage of them walking out of the bathroom like nothing ever happened, laughing, stumbling, looking proud of themselves like they just saved a puppy, when in reality, they just wrecked a place that didn't belong to them. They hop back in the taxi, thinking, ha, what a wild night. Let's go home and sleep it off. But guess what? The gas station employees are not laughing. They walk into the bathroom and see broken doors, a busted soap dispenser, a shattered mirror, and pee outside. They are furious. Like, these guys didn't just make a mess, they disrespected the place. So the gas station workers run outside, yelling at the taxi to stop, and they are joined by a few armed security guards. Yes, with guns, Because, again, this is Brazil, and they don't play. The guards go up to the car, bang on the window, and force all 4 swimmers to get out. Now remember, these guards are speaking Portuguese. And the swimmers? They speak exactly 0 Portuguese. They are standing there confused, drunk, and probably thinking, is this a prank? Are we on Brazilian cops? Then, out of nowhere, this random bystander who speaks English and Portuguese walks over and offers to translate. And now the story gets even more tense. The translator tells him the guard want the swimmers to sit down and pay for the damage. Otherwise, they are calling the police. And no one wants to deal with Brazilian police while wasted at 5 a.m. 3 of the swimmers are scared out of their minds. They are still drunk, their heads are spinning, and they just want to go home. So they pull out some cash. One guy gives $20. Another guy pulls out 100 reais. That's Brazilian currency, which is about $30 in U.S. money. And then there's Ryan. Ryan refuses. He's not having it. He stands up like a gladiator in a toga and starts shouting back. He's waving his arms, yelling in English, saying stuff like, "This is a scam. I'm not paying for anything." The guards don't understand him. The translator tries to calm him down. But Ryan just keeps going, louder, angrier, more dramatic. And then, allegedly, and this part still kind of debated, one of the guards pulls out his gun. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't even point it. But he shows it, just enough to send the message. Sit your butt down and calm the hell down. Ryan shuts up real quick. After that, the guards take the money from the other 3, nod like it's settled, and let them all get back in the taxi. The swimmers leave, totally shook, totally embarrassed, and probably thinking, well, that was intense. Let's never talk about it again. If only it ended there. But no, this is just the beginning. After this whole gas station madness, the bathroom destruction, the armed guards, the yelling, the peeing on the wall situation, Ryan and the boys finally get back to the Olympic Village. It's early morning. The sun's barely up. Everyone's tired, probably still a little tipsy, and just wants to pretend none of that ever happened. Like, sweep it under the rug, go to sleep, and wake up pretending it was a dream. But Ryan opens his mouth. See, at some point later that day, Ryan ends up talking to his mom. Yeah, his actual mother, who is also in Brazil to support her golden boy. Now, this woman flew all the way to Rio to watch her son win medals. She's proud. She's beaming. She's probably telling strangers on the street, "That's my baby on TV." But unfortunately, she also broke her foot during the trip. Don't ask how. Maybe she tripped. Maybe the Olympic spirit was too strong. Who knows? All we know is she's limping around Brazil with a cast or crutches or something. Anyway, Ryan calls or visits her that day, and she asks how his night went. Now, instead of just telling the truth like, "Yeah, we got drunk and broke a gas station bathroom," Ryan decides to go full Hollywood. He tells his mom, "I was robbed at gunpoint last night." That's right. He doesn't say, "We got into an argument with some guards." He doesn't say, "We made a mess and had to pay for it." Nope. He hits her with the Liam Neeson version. He claims that he and his teammates were in a taxi, and all of a sudden, a group of men pretending to be cops pulled them over, pointed guns at them, forced them out of the car, and robbed them. And his mom? She's horrified. She's sitting there with a broken foot, hearing that her son just survived a mugging. She's thinking, my poor boy, these thugs could have killed him. But here's where it gets even dumber. Later that day, she's riding on a shuttle bus, probably trying to get to an event or maybe just back to her hotel. She's minding her business when the guy next to her, a random stranger, notices she's injured. He asks, "Oh no, what happened to your foot?" And she starts talking. She's a mom. She's chatty. And she says something like, "Well, I broke my foot, and to make it worse, my son, Ryan Lochte, the Olympic swimmer, was robbed at gunpoint last night." Pause. The guy she's talking to? Yeah, he just happens to be an Australian reporter. And this man's brain explodes. He's like, "Wait, what?" A famous U.S. gold medalist got robbed at gunpoint during the Olympics in Rio. That's a breaking news story. So he does what any reporter would do. He tweets it. Immediately. Breaking, Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte held at gunpoint in Rio. And just like that, the whole lie goes viral. Within hours, it's not just a tweet. It's everywhere. CNN, NBC, BBC, BuzzFeed, everyone picks it up. And because Ryan's name is attached to it, and is a beloved American athlete with 5 gold medals, the public goes wild. The headlines are now: Olympic swimmer robbed at gunpoint in Rio. Are the Olympics safe? U.S. athletes in danger abroad. People are panicking. Americans are furious. And suddenly Brazil, already under pressure for hosting the Olympics, is in the hot seat. They're like, we just spent billions on this thing, and now the world thinks we're robbing athletes at gunpoint. And Ryan, he sees all of this going down. And instead of stepping in and clearing things up like a normal person would, he doubles down. Because soon after that, he just so happens to run into Billy Bush. Yeah, that Billy Bush, the TV host. The same Billy Bush who, months later, would become famous for being in that tape with you-know-who. Anyway, Billy's also in Rio doing Olympic coverage. He spots Ryan, hears about the story, and is like, yo, let's do a quick interview about what happened. And Ryan, instead of backing off, he goes full Netflix crime documentary. He tells Billy, dead serious, yeah, man, we got pulled over by fake cops. They pointed guns at us. One of them cocked his gun, held it to my forehead, and told me to get on the ground. They took our money. They took my wallet. He even acts it out. Like, he gives it the full drama. He makes it sound like he survived some Jason Bourne moment. He sells the lie like a pro. Then, because it's 2016 and everything lives online, he hops on Twitter and tweets out basically the same story again. He wants to make sure everyone hears it. His fans, the press, the world. And just like that, the lie becomes official. The Olympics? No one's talking about sports anymore. They're talking about Ryan Lochte getting robbed. Every news outlet on Earth is replaying the story, except there's just one problem. It never happened, but the world doesn't know that yet. So while Ryan's out here acting like he survived a Netflix thriller, Brazilian officials are sitting at their desks like, excuse me? They hear this big, flashy story about American swimmers being robbed at gunpoint, and their first reaction is, that doesn't add up. So they pull the CCTV footage. And guess what? There's no robbery. There's no masked man. No fake cops. No guns to the forehead. Instead, the footage shows Ryan and the boys laughing and stumbling out of a gas station at 6 a.m. They are very much alive, very much unharmed. And oh yeah, one of them is vandalizing a bathroom. Suddenly, it all clicks. Ryan Lochte didn't survive a robbery. He lied to the world over a stupid, drunken mistake. So now the Brazilian police are pissed. Their national image is on the line, and this cocky American just trashed their reputation on global news. So what do? They take his teammates hostage. Well, okay, not hostage, but they detain 2 of them, Gunnar Bentz and Jack Conga, right as they are trying to leave the country, like airport gate style. Meanwhile, Ryan, is already back in the U.S., sipping smoothies and pretending nothing happened. Classic. But now, Brazil wants justice, and this tiny lie that started with Ryan trying to save face, it's about to blow up into an international scandal. Now, here's where things go from bad to, oh, man, you really messed up. The Brazilian police do their thing, investigating, pulling footage, and questioning witnesses. They quickly realize Ryan's robbery story was complete nonsense. The 4 swimmers weren't held up at gunpoint. They were confronted by security guards for being complete idiots at a gas station. And these guards didn't even pull out a gun. Nope, just good old-fashioned loud voices and a demand for cash for damages. So now, it's a huge deal. The Brazilian police have the footage, and the news is spreading like wildfire. They hold a press conference and declare, Ryan Lochte lied to the world. The next few days, absolute chaos. International media goes nuts, calling it one of the most embarrassing moments in Olympic history. The hashtag #StopFlying, #LochteGate becomes a trending topic faster than you can say gold medalist. People are furious. Not just at Ryan, but at how the whole thing spiraled into an international fiasco. But here's the thing. It's one thing to screw up a little. It's another to lie to millions of people, especially in a world where everyone's got a phone and security footage is basically like second nature. Ryan's lies are out there, and there's no taking them back. Now, Ryan, being the guy who's used to winning gold medals and getting adoration, doesn't handle this very well at first. Instead of being a grown-up and owning up to it from the jump, Ryan kind of ducks the full responsibility. He does what you would expect. He starts downplaying his role. First, he makes a quick apology on Instagram, trying to blame the chaos on being drunk. Like, really? That's the excuse? But the media isn't having it. The backlash is brutal. And to make things even worse, Ryan has to go on the Today Show to do a full-on public apology. And let's just say, it doesn't go well. In fact, it's almost painful to watch. He looks like a deer caught in headlights, and to make matters worse, he starts saying stuff like, "I take full responsibility for what happened." But it's clear that it's just not enough. The world isn't buying his apology, and the hits just keep coming. Ryan's sponsors, big-name companies who have backed him for years, suddenly decide that they want nothing to do with him. His entire financial empire starts to crumble. He loses 4 major sponsorships. Just like that, money starts flying out the window. The Olympic Committee also slaps him with a 10-month suspension, meaning he can't compete in any swimming events. That's a major blow to a guy whose whole life was built around being the best swimmer in the world. This wasn't just a PR disaster, it was a career killer. And while Ryan's back home in the U.S., trying to clean up the wreckage of his reputation, the Brazilian authorities decide they're not done yet. They charge him with false reporting of a crime. Even though those charges would later be dropped, it still looks bad. Like, really bad. Ryan tries to just fade into the background, but the damage is done. His name is no longer synonymous with greatness and gold medals. Instead, it's now linked with scandal, lies, and one of the most embarrassing moments in Olympic history. And just like that, the guy who was once a hero to millions of fans lost all that he stands for. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the drama. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.